Okay, today we're going to be talking about integers on the number line. One thing that's important to know is that integers are positive or negative whole numbers, and they can be represented with a number line model. Okay, so you can show integers on a number line, right? So for this one below, it says to mark at both 5 and -5 on the number line. So we have 5 here on the number line and -5 over here on the left side of 0, on the negative side of our number line, right? So um, one thing that you should see in terms of what the difference is here uh, is that the negative sign places the number on the opposite side of the number line, right? So if the number is negative, right? If it is negative, okay, the number is placed on the opposite side, right? The number is placed on the opposite side of that positive number. Okay. So with that being said, let's talk about absolute value. Okay. Absolute value. The absolute value of a number is the distance that it is away from 0 on the number line. So if we look up here, right, you can see that 5 has a absolute value of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because it is 5 away from the 0 on the number line. Okay, so the magnitude of a number is always the absolute value of the number. So whatever the magnitude is, that's the absolute value. So for your example down there below, -5, right? You could say that the absolute value, that right there, the magnitude of -5 is read as the absolute value of -5. Right, so this right here, you would read that as the absolute value of -5. So as we look down here below, okay, we see it says determine the absolute value, then mark each point on the number line. Okay, well, the absolute value of -8, remember, absolute value is the distance, right? The distance away from 0 on the number line. Well, -8, right? -8 goes right, it would be the distance away, okay? Right? B is -1, so the distance away. So for -8, it's 8 away. For -1, it is 1 away from 0. For 3, for +3, it's obviously going to be 3 away from 0, right? -4.5, what's the distance from 0 for the absolute value of -4.5? Well, it is positive, right? 4.5 spaces. You can't have a negative distance. So when we're talking about absolute value, we're talking about the distance away from the number line, right? I'm I'm 6 feet 4 inches. If I'm hanging upside down, that doesn't make me -6 feet 4 inches. I'm still 6 feet 4 inches. Okay, right? And then E here is the absolute value of 6, and 6 is obviously going to be 6 away from 0 on the number line. Okay, so I want you to take a couple minutes here and look at these bottom problems. Can you figure out, okay, can you figure out, uh, using this table to the left, determine which two columns could be added to get a sum of 0? So the absolute value or the opposite, okay? So the absolute value of -6 is 6, and the opposite of 6 is 6, right? The opposite of -6 is 6. Now for 18, the absolute value is 18, but the opposite of 18 is -18. So go ahead and take a few minutes and fill out this table here below. See if you can figure out which which column ends up giving you a sum of 0, okay? A sum of 0. Determine which two columns could be added together to get a sum of 0, okay? So now that you've done that, we're going to try modeling the following problems with a number line. Okay, so you're going to begin your model at 0, right? So it says -1, so I'll go from 0 to -1, plus 4. So I need to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? So that will tell us, okay, that will tell us that my answer is going to be 3. Right? If we look right here, okay, my answer is 3. Right? So we want to do that for each one of these, okay? Each one of these, okay? Do the number line, do the first number first, and then do whatever it says to do for the second number, okay? Whatever it says to do for the second number, right? So I want you to draw the lines. I'm going to do one more example for you. So for example, down here, number 4, right, it says 1 plus 4, so we're going to go 1, go back to our original color. Starting from 0, we have 1, and then it says plus 4, so now we have to go from 1, and we're going to add 4. So our answer is going to be right here. It is 5. Okay, so I want you to take some time and see if you can get all of these problems done by modeling the following problems with a number line, right? And make sure you remember to begin your model at 0, okay? Begin your model at 0.